Okie dokie, what's happening everyone? It's the Rear Side, it's the time I won, right? And I'm just here to give my quick thoughts on match 31 and 32 of the ICC Cricket World Cup. Okay, sorry about that little demented thing, that little look in my eyes that kind of made me look like demented, like this thing and all that. Yeah, well, if you haven't figured out, yes, I'm visually impaired, I'm legally blind, and I've loss of central vision, so I have most of my seeing is done through my peripheral vision, and right now, fucking demented as shit. Right. Okay. Yeah. I'll try not to look at myself on my computer monitor at the moment. But yeah. Match 31. I believe this was between New Zealand and Afghanistan, and as expected, this was pretty much a squash match. Afghanistan, they tried, they batted first and they tried to put on a fight, but then again, the kind of form Tim Southee is in, the kind of form Trent Bolt is in, and even like Daniel Vettori. Like Daniel Vettori, the guy has a lot of experience, and he has worked very hard from becoming what is right now, from that fat ass in 2010 that the glasses wearing like Zack Ryder lookalike a fat ass, to a guy who had some potency back in his left arm spin bowling, and making the world realize again like why people should actually be wary of Daniel Vettori. So he's come a long way to make that comeback, and that's good for him. And Brendan McCullum, I think he's using him in a smart fashion. He's using him cleverly, and he knows where he will be most effective. So with that given, Afghanistan only managed 184, and I believe there was an inning from Najibullah and Samuel Shenwari, some decent knocks here and there, but then again, 184, it was never going to be enough. It was just never going to be enough. And though New Zealand teetered along the way, I believe they lost 6 wickets. They lost 4 or 6 wickets, but then again, the match ended before the 40 is over. And I mean, okay, I'll be honest with you. I watched a bit of the Afghanistan innings that I didn't watch most, because fuck, man. Yesterday I needed a fucking break from my college work. Given spring break started, I went to smoke myself a shisha. So yeah, obviously that time I missed the game out, and when I came back, Australia were taking on Sri Lanka, and it was the first innings. Australia were batting first. Malinga bowled well to get the first wicket, and I believe there was a second wicket as well later on. But after that, there's a partnership between Michael Clarke and there was another batsman. I don't think it was Finch. It was it? It might have been Watson. But anyways, after that, they had a very good partnership, and after that they got out. Glenn Maxwell came in, and Glenn Maxwell showed he's not to be taken lightly, or he's not to be forgotten. He smashed a century, and you had a lot of rearguard action as well from the remaining batsmen in Australia. But the highlight was on Glenn Maxwell and the pace at which he actually scored at the Sydney Cricket Ground, and this boosted Australia's total to over 370. Now, for Sri Lanka to chase this total down, they needed some big hitting. They needed some big hitting from both the openers, and Lahore Tiramani did not deliver. TMD tried, but to no avail. Kumar Sangakkara also tried with his almost a run-a-ball century. But in the end it wasn't good enough, and although there were close to 700 runs scored in this match, you have to say the margin of defeat was actually quite big. I believe Sri Lanka lost by 60 odd runs, because they were 300. They finished at 312. So, given that Australia is looking strong favorites to win this tournament, Like now Australia, New Zealand, like South Africa after the Pakistan game, that good Pakistan game, it actually like came down a bit. So I'm looking forward to. I won't put India's favorites there because God damn, I don't want India to win another World Cup and then ride a bandwagon for another 15-20 years. Like, remember that time we had the greatest team in the world? No one could defeat that team. And that's it for the Coke. Right. Yeah, I don't like I said, it's basically the media hype I have a lot of problem with, and believe me, it's not me. A lot of cricketing fans have this problem with Indian cricket. So it's almost a general consensus. Yeah. So if anyone want to pick hate on me, don't hate on me. It's like a lot of people feel this way, and when a lot of people feel a certain way, you might want to think that it's not a jealousy factor. They might actually have something. They might actually have something over there, because when Australia was being shoved as one of the greatest teams of all time, people did not have this problem because they didn't overdo it. Anyway, so those are the two matches, and I think Sri Lanka are still going through. New Zealand are still going through. Australia are definitely going through, and good luck to Afghanistan with the future cricket. I believe they have one more. They have one more game left against England, and I want Afghanistan to kick England's ass. I want Afghanistan to kick England's ass. Okay, now let me preview the match that's coming up today, which I will be covering to detail. Bangladesh versus England. Okay. But the big news out of Bangladesh is that the number 3 spot is not yet confirmed. Imrul Kais did come in as a replacement, but it's not yet confirmed if he's going to play. Because given England's propensity to actually getting dismissed against left arm spin bowling, and I don't know why this is a problem. Honestly, I don't know why this is a problem, because come on, a country of 65-70 million people, you can't produce good left-arm spinners? I mean, come on, man, why don't you just drag Monty Panesar along as a practice bowler and then have him bowl at you, just to practice you against left-arm spinner. I mean, okay, Panesar is nowhere close to how good Shakib Al Hasan is, but still, fuck that. Panesar is not even as good as Rafiq. As a left arm spinner, but still, you must have some conditions to actually, prepare you for that. Okay, so given that, you might see Arafat Sani come in, or you might see Tajul Islam come in, because Arafat Sani is maybe the kind of guy who will bowl like a bit more traditional. Tajul Islam is the guy who will try to extract a lot more turn. You'll not see too many flatter deliveries from Tajul Islam. But then again, this is just from 1 or 2 matches we have seen out of those two. So if they come in, and by the way, Mominul Haq with the ball, it's maybe 1 or 2 overs, but other than that, it's just suicide. A full, even half a full spell is suicide with Mominul Haq, because the kid just does not have the pace. But still, if he's playing, he might actually be an option, considering left arm spin. Okay, other than that, Bangladesh, I think, will look forward to this match, a lot, with a lot of intensity. Because Sri Lanka knew Bangladesh inside out. In fact, Sri Lanka knows what Bangladesh have in their lunches. So Sri Lanka will know also the proper recipe to upset the Bangladeshi cricketers' diet and make them lose their focus, and then make them lose the entire match. but other than that, from a Bangladeshi standpoint, yeah, you can pretty much expect this team. Mortaza, he's deciding to play even though he had those knee injury, he had the knee strains, and this is a bit concerning to me because what if he doesn't finish his spell? Because we know that he needs to finish it. He's a good, clever bowler. He needs to finish his spell, and especially if he's bowling good, he needs to finish his spell. Never mind that. Right. Tajul Islam. I've actually spoken to some people. Like some of the people, they don't like Tajul Islam because Taskin Ahmed is because like he doesn't have enough variations to actually trouble the batsman. He doesn't have enough movement variations. Maybe if he starts to develop those and not execute it until they're properly developed, he might prove to be a bit more threatening. Rubul Hussain, I think he has underperformed, and because given how long he's been in the side, I think he has underperformed, and it's about time. The full potential Rubul Hussain shows up. Fuck what's gonna happen at home. Fuck Happy. Okay, Happy gone. Okay, Happy gone. Happy fucking a horse right now. Okay. Okay, happy fucking a horse and and riding his dick all the way from Chittagong to Sylhet. Okay, Happy gone. But other than that, Rubul Hussain should actually try and get his focus back because on his day he can be a good bowler. Okay, and you know how the spin is at. If any place is there where Tamim Iqbal and Shamil Shakar, they need to prove their prominence, it is this match versus England. And speaking of England, they have a lot of problems right now. They have a lot of problems right now. If Bangladesh need to be concerned with England, and especially England spin bowling, because I think Moeen Ali is going to get some wickets. In fact, I'm predicting that Moeen Ali, if James Anderson does not get his wicket, if one of the Pacers does not get his wicket, Moeen Ali is going to get Tamim Iqbal out. I have this prediction. There might be a chance that Ravi Bopara is going to play. If Ravi Bopara plays, England should be careful. Bangladesh should be careful again because Ravi Bopara knows how to play. For some reason, these South Asian heritage players, call it Ravi Bopara, call it Hashim Amla, call it Sikandar Raza, they know how to play against Bangladesh for some reason. Okay. Gary Balance. Let's see what happens. Owen Morgan I think the real Owen Morgan are also going to show up this match. Ian Bell is Ian Bell. Against Bangladesh he has a decent record, but I don't think that resonates from Test to ODIs. Stuart Broad, whatever. Right, Chris Jordan or Chris Wokes. Bangladesh need to be careful of these of these two players because they haven't faced them before. In fact, I think the pacer that's going to get Tamim Iqbal, if there's a pacer that's going to get Tamim Iqbal out, it might be Chris Jordan or it might be Chris Wokes. It might be one of those new guys. Stephen Finn, I think it's about time he gets dropped. High time he gets dropped. James Treadwell, you might actually see him coming in, but honestly, Bangladesh should actually make a meal out of James Treadwell because I've seen his bowling. He's not that good. In fact, even Grant Swan, he's not a good both of them are not good ODI players, and this is actually one of the problem with the philosophy of English cricket anyway. Oh, by the way, England has a lot of problems. That that resonates beyond sports. A lot of problems at the moment, so let's not go into their problems. But must-win game for both teams, because the chances of Bangladesh actually beating New Zealand are almost slim to nil at this point, given New Zealand's form. Still, Bangladesh versus New Zealand should be a good game because we're 7-0. Bangladesh, we're 7-0 against New Zealand. The last 7 matches we played at home against New Zealand, we beat them 7 out of 7 times. So, I mean, for New Zealand, this will be a good comeback match when that match happens. But I'll preview that match once closer to the time. But right now, this is the best chance for Bangladesh and New Zealand. Now, personally, and I believe publicly as well, a lot of people will actually hope for rain. And if this game is rained off, England are going out. England are like, screw you guys, I'm going home. And Bangladesh, screw you guys, I'm going to the quarterfinals. So if this game gets rained off, Bangladesh are going through, and England are will play maybe a goodbye game against Afghanistan and then just go home. So here's to hoping for the best for Bangladesh, and may both teams have a good game. Right, I'm looking forward to constant suggestions. Please do leave your constant suggestions. I'm really looking forward to what you guys think about this match. And please do look forward to my preview. No, do look forward to my in-depth match analysis against Bangladesh and England. I'm like, they're long affairs. They're long reviews. But then again, a cricket match is around 8 hours. Okay, you can't review an 8-hour thing in about 20 minutes and then call that a good review. Okay, I'm looking forward to constant suggestions. Signing out and #Blitzteam.